Elves and Dwarfs, the two root peoples of the ancient world. In the earliest ages of fantasy worlds, when mountains were still young and forests could speak, two ancient peoples emerged, elves and dwarfs. They shared the same world, yet their ways of seeing it were entirely different. One listened to the spirit of nature, the other to the heart of stone. And from this difference, a balance that endured through the ages was born. The origins and nature of the elves. Elves are considered the people who heard the world's first breath. According to legend, they were born in a moment when sunlight filtered through leaves and gained wisdom from the silent song of the stars. They are long-lived. In some myths, they are even considered immortal. Time is not an enemy to them, but a teacher. One of the most defining traits of the elves is their deep bond with nature. Forests are their home. Trees are their friends, animals their companions. For an elf, cutting down a tree is equivalent to killing a living being. For this reason, their cities are built upon, within, or around trees without harming them. Elven architecture does not wage war against nature, it exists in harmony with it. Physically, elves are depicted as tall, slender, and graceful. Their pointed ears are not merely an aesthetic feature, but a symbol of their ability to hear the whispers of nature more clearly. Their eyes are often described as bright and deep. Some legends claim that their eye color changes under the moonlight. Elven culture and beliefs. Elven society is founded on wisdom and patience. They do not make decisions hastily. Sometimes debating a single matter can take years. What may seem like weakness to humans is, for elves, the safest way to avoid mistakes. Art lies at the heart of elven life. Music, poetry, and dance are not merely entertainment but forms of communication. It is said that elven songs can guide the wind or even accelerate the growth of plants. Their language is melodic, so much so that even their speech resembles a song. Their belief systems are usually shaped around nature spirits, celestial beings, or ancient gods. For elves, what is sacred is not temples, but ancient forests and the sky itself. The birth and character of the dwarfs. Unlike the elves, dwarfs were born not on the surface of the world, but in its depths. According to legend, the first dwarfs were shaped by stone and fire in the hearts of mountains. Thus, stone is not lifeless to them, it is a living entity. Dwarfs are short, broad-shouldered, and extraordinarily resilient. Their long beards are symbols of honor. Damaging a dwarf's beard may be considered a cause for war. They are known not only for their physical strength, but also for their determination and stubbornness. Dwarven cities are usually underground, vast halls, stone pillars, lava channels, and echoing corridors. These cities are not merely places to live, but works of art. Shaping stone is a form of worship for the dwarfs' dwarven culture and philosophy of life. For dwarfs, the most important values are honor, labor, and loyalty. A dwarf's word is more binding than any written contract. Betrayal is a crime that is nearly unforgivable in dwarven society. Craftsmanship lies at the core of dwarven culture. The strongest armor, the sharpest axes, and the most durable gates in the world are forged by dwarfs. Some legends even claim that magical weapons can only truly be created by the hands of a dwarven master. Dwarfs generally do not worship gods, but their ancestors. The past is not a burden to them, but a compass. The walls of every great hall are carved with the names of ancestors. Each name a story, each story a lesson. The relationship between elves and dwarfs. The relationship between elves and dwarfs is complex. Though they share the same world, their perspectives are so different that conflict has often been inevitable. Elves accuse dwarfs of destroying nature, while dwarfs see elves as dreamers detached from reality. Yet despite all their disagreements, there have been many times in history when they fought side by side. When dark armies, demons, or ancient beings threatening the world arose, elven arrows and dwarven axes stood in the same ranks. The unity of these two peoples represents balance. Elves symbolize spirit and nature. Dwarfs symbolize matter and labor. Mythological meanings. In fantasy narratives, elves often represent ideals, purity, and lost innocence. They are the splendor of the past, the symbol of ancient magic slowly fading from the world. Dwarfs, on the other hand, represent resilience, hard work, and perseverance. No matter how much the world changes, they continue to dig, build, and endure. Conclusion. Elves and dwarfs are not merely races of fantasy worlds, but two distinct philosophies of life. One gazes toward the sky, the other into the depths of the earth. Yet both are parts of the same world. Without them, legends would be incomplete and stories unfinished. And perhaps that is why, in every great epic, the echo of an elven song and the strike of a dwarven hammer can always be heard.